you're found worthy, because the Lord says he has respect unto his elect. He don't have respect to the other ones.
1 Corinthians 3 and 13. It says, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
Right, that goes to that dude, Isaiah, trying to speak up against an elder that you don't even know that could be an elect. You know? And then you have the balls to try to rebuke him. Read that again.
1 Corinthians 3 and 13. Every man's work shall be made manifest.
Right, every man's work is going to be made manifest. All you got to do is leave it in the Lord's hands. You don't have to mention nobody's name. You ain't got to. You just speak about what we should and shouldn't do. You got to have respect. The scriptures tell you that you got to show honor to the elders. Whether you like them or not, whether you agree with them or not, you still got to show honor. What is honor? Respect. Meaning that you don't rise up against them. You're going to do that to Yahweh Shai? Matter of fact, you did do that to Yahweh Shai. Like we said, like the scriptures say, day and night, whether you open the book or not, the spirit there, that if you despise them, that sent. If they despise you, that sent. If they despise you, they'll despise me that sent you. You know, roughly paraphrase, that's what the Most High says. So you despise the Lord. Now you're going up against a lot of brothers.
It says, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
Right, that trial, those trials is what's going to see if you continue going through that fire, if you can make it to the end.
If any man's work abide which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward.
You're going to receive the reward of what? A crown? A kingdom? To be caught up in the chariot? Front row seats?
If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss. But he himself shall be saved, yet so by fire.
It's just like Job. He suffered loss. You know? He lost everything, but you know what? He didn't lose his integrity. He kept pushing forward. Believing in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And then he received the reward at the end when it was his trial was up. You know?
But I'm gonna read it again. It says, but if any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss. But he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire.
Right, he's gonna be yet saved by fire. There's more on there, I think.
No, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. I was gonna say, because that, like the brother was saying too earlier, man, that fire purifies, and that's what's gonna. That's the only thing that can purify today, because of how wicked it's gotten. It's so wicked, man. It requires that much heat and of a force to come and to take this wickedness out. But your spirit's gonna be corrected by it. That's why the brothers talk about that fire is so hot. That fire is gonna be so hot that it's gonna correct your spirit. Something that us men can't even touch. That you can't even grab. That actually is that's immortal, and that's supposed to. A spirit can't feel pain. Actual spirit can't feel pain, but it's gonna feel pain in this time.
Well, it feels pain through the body.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's talking about nuclear destruction. They talking about the fire that the elect are going to go through.
Yeah.
That's him, that if he suffer loss, at the end he's going to save himself. He's going to be saved though. See what I'm saying? Like Job. Job was that example. Job was a righteous man. He didn't do nothing wrong. But he understood that he had to be chastised. You know? And that he had to hold on to his integrity. He was tempted. He was tempted by his friends. He was tempted by his wife. All the Lord told him at the end was, hey, man up. And that's what all the brothers tell each other. Hey, brother, we know it sucks in this life. We know, we understand each other. You know, but we got to keep pushing forward. Get up. Man up. Gird up thy loins. Get yourself together. If you're still being chastised, because the Most High is still dealing with you. If you're in the truth and you're being chastised still, the Most High is still dealing with you. But it's only going to come to a point, man. The Most High will get rid of you. He will cut you off. And it's happened through experiences that you can watch out here today in our life. At jobs, with mothers and with parents and their sons and daughters. Their parents will get tired of fucking correcting their child. Already 18, 19 years old, they're still getting in trouble. What happens? They shut the door on them. Tough love, that's what it is. But they might end up becoming worse than what they were. But you know what? Hey, that's a sacrifice. That's a sacrifice that people have to make every single day. That's why the parents are there telling you, get right, listen, do what you're supposed to do. If you have orders, if you have orders, you have to perform those orders. That's why the Lord is giving us orders. What are those orders? The law, statutes, and commandments. But the Most High, if you're the elect, the Most High is going to continue to bring you through. But if you're not, because the Most High can raise up anything for it to be his elect. Not anything, but like the scriptures say, he can command a stone to be an Israelite.
I got two. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 7, verse 56. For while we lived and committed iniquity, we considered not that we should begin to suffer for it after death.
Right, you should begin to suffer it after death, man. You're gonna for committing iniquity, you're gonna suffer for it. Alright? That's just, there's no any other way of getting around that. That's the consequence of doing things that are not right. Go ahead.
Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight, that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said.
Yeah, he shall suffer that which I said. You know, if you don't get himself right, he ain't properly cleansed with the right not chemicals, but the right necessities, the water, the soap. You know, you're gonna be destroyed. You're gonna suffer loss. You're gonna might get to the worst where you lose your soul, man. Read it again.
Then answered he, this is the, it says that if he be overcome, that part or the condition, that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say.
You shall receive the thing that we have said. The Lord has said, what? A crown of life. Let no man take your crown away, man. Let nothing on the earth take your crown away. The Most High is gonna, if you're the elect, the Most High is gonna make that. He's gonna make that happen. As far as like, you ain't gonna allow it to be taken out of your hand. But we don't know who's who. So that's why we have to constantly run. We got to constantly exercise ourselves spiritually and remain in the congregation of life, not death. You know? Because once you start getting comfortable, what happens? You start becoming less spiritual. You're becoming less athletic. You know? You're not as keen, or you're not as smooth or aware of your surroundings or your enemies, or who. You don't know how to distinguish who's your enemy or not your enemy no more. You started kicking back with Edomites. You start being friends with these Edomites. You know? There's a way of doing it, there's a way of not doing it. Like I said in past times and in the recent video I made, there's a thin line between all those things, man. It's a very thin line. And you know when you gotta get in and get out. That's like you trying to save Esau when you become that way. You want salvation for Esau. Or not more or worse, that you don't believe in Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, choose thee life that thou mayest live. Nevertheless, they believed not him, nor yet the prophets after him, nor me which have spoken unto them, that there should not be such heaviness and destruction as shall be joy over them that are persuaded to salvation. Listen on that.
Right, go ahead and get a Baruch.
Okay.
4 and 1. Or Baruch 3 and 9. Read down to 12. Right, because Moses gave them what they needed to abide in life. You know? And that That was the commandments.
Baruch chapter 3 verse 9. Hear Israel, the commandments of life. Give ear to understand wisdom. How happened it to Israel that thou art in thine enemy's land, that thou art waxing old in a strange country?
Like I said, give ear to wisdom. There's scriptures. There's one in particular in the Sirach where it says that a man's wisdom profit did not even. A man have much wisdom, but it profited him not. You know, you be out here speaking great things, but you're not applying it to your daily life outside of the camera. You've been deprived. You're like, that's basically saying like in the book of Job where it talks about the woman have been deprived of all wisdom. You know, women out here, they try to sound like they know it all, they're spiritual. But yet they don't apply it to their life. That's why they're in the condition that they're in. They're all fucking bugged out on medication. Fucking drug addicts, whores, sluts, trying to feel something that they can't feel. Their pussy is not big enough to get filled up.
How happened it to Israel that thou art in thine enemy's land, that thou art waxing old in a strange country?
And that's why we're in the condition we're in, man. That's why we're here serving in captivity. Slavery, man. And brothers are getting tired of that shit already.
That thou art waxing old in a strange country, that thou art defiled with the dead, that thou art counted with them that go down into the grave.
That you're counted with them that go down to the grave. The woman's gonna get trodden underfoot, like Michael said. She's gonna be part of this dirt, man. And that's what the rest of you 2/3 are gonna be like. And anything that offends the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Now get 4 and 1.
Baruch chapter 4 verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High.
This is the book of the commandments of the Most High. This is where you find your ways on how to live, on how to eat, on how to behave yourself, on how to apply your wisdom. Don't be afraid, because people are frowned upon wisdom, man. People frown upon someone that has a good head on their shoulders. Like, oh man, this dude's a Bible thumper. Oh, this dude, he thinks he's better than us because he doesn't cuss, or not cuss, because he don't lie, or because he doesn't want to get in confrontational physical fights, or verbal arguments. Whatever, I don't know. Whatever the people that they try to hold against us men. Like the scripture said, they find it strange that we run not in the same excess of riotous that they do, man. Don't be ashamed. Go ahead.
It says, this is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endure forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
But those that leave it shall die, man. All these precepts are they're your ways to live, man. You got the good and the bad. That's a proper balance. It's not just all good. That don't exist nowhere. Nowhere. Even the Bible is the gospel, which means the good news, and it still has bad parts in here. So you gotta have good and bad. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated.
That way you may be illuminated. That way when you're illuminated, you're endowed with wisdom, you go out and distribute it, project it into the world. You see what I'm saying? Once the Lord talks about it too, that your candle, if you ain't got no oil in it, you ain't gonna be illuminated no more. You ain't gonna be light. You're gonna be good for nothing. That's why he says that we're like a house on a hill lit up that all may see and come to. But that's only for the elect. That's the light, the great lighthouse, right? The lighthouse in the ocean. Yeah. Because the scriptures say that we are like great waters, the body of the water that is spoken in Revelations and throughout the scriptures is reference to peoples. So Yahweh Shai is that tower of that lighthouse. You see what I'm saying? Hey, this is safety. Come to it. Come to the light. All ye that want to be saved. Some make it, some don't. Some catch shipwreck and still try to swim. Maybe one make it, maybe not make it. see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
Right, don't give your honor unto another. Talking about even to yourself, man. Your flesh. Because it's one great battle against ourselves, man. Trust me, all brothers can, you know, any brother could tell you that it is. Paul's a greater witness than any man today. So Paul already told us in Romans 7. Go ahead.
O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us.
The things that are happy unto the Most High are known unto us. There's a way of making Yahushua happy. See, we don't have to touch him. He don't have to be right here. All we got to do is just obey him, and that he is happy about that. And however you picture it in your mind, all right, that's how you picture it. He's probably jumping up and clapping his hands. It gets on his knees and he's like telling you, I'm almost there, son. I'm almost gonna pick you up. Go ahead.
O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us. Be of good cheer, my people. The memorial of Israel. You want me to keep going?
Oh, what's the next one?
You were sold to nations, but because you moved to the Most High.
Oh, no, that's good.
Okay.
Go ahead and get
I had one. But while he's trying to find a scripture, I'll say something real quick, man. In 1 John chapter 5, verse 3, it tells you that to obey the Most High's commandment, that the love of the Most High, with the brother saying like you don't want to touch him, but you want to hug him. The love that showing that love is like a hug to the Most High. But to love the Most High, you obey His commandments, and it says at the end of it that His commandments are not grievous. It's not hard to. I mean, in today's society, yeah, it is. It's hard to make the Most High happy because. You know, we're living in a wicked society, but it's not hard. He says it's not hard to please him. You just got to, Jeremiah chapter 7, the first verse, or the 7th verse, it says that this is all that I required of thee, to obey my commandments and obey me and fear me. That's only two commandments. We know that there's more than that. We know that, but to obey him and the guides in the laws that he gave us, some of them will wrap around dietary laws. So that would be easy. It's not like you actually have to physically toil and labor for it. The other ones, like not committing adultery. All right, that's your mind. That's your mind that would want to make you do that. So that's going to be something that you got to work on. What I'm saying is, yeah, your flesh. But I'm saying it's not hard to follow the commandments. And the scriptures tell you in Luke, I believe, it says that whenever a man repents, that the angels in heaven rejoice over a man that repents. How does it go?
Yeah, the angels in heaven rejoice over one that repents out of a 99 of them.
Right.
There you go. You know? Yeah. Well, go ahead and get Sirach 39:1.
This is Sirach chapter 39, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient.
Right, so you gotta give your mind unto you gotta meditate upon the law of the Lord, man. Give your mind to it. That's what's gonna keep you distracted from the flesh, from the world. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient.
Right, you're gonna seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, talking about out of the scriptures, the forefathers. Go ahead.
And be occupied in prophecies.
Not these fucking rappers today, not these celebrities, not these dumbass hoes in these houses, these dumbass women. They don't know a fucking goddamn thing. You know? Go ahead.
He will keep the sayings of the renowned men. And we're sometimes